Good afternoon, Stafford families. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Ms. Cruz, and I am proud to serve as a principal here at Stafford Elementary. The purpose of this presentation is to continue our efforts in keeping you informed of important information and activities happening here at Stafford. During this presentation, if you have any questions, please type your questions into the chat feature, and I will address some of the questions at the end of the session. Or we'll post responses to your questions within 48 hours on our campus website, as well as our Seesaw campus announcements. Also, please know that a recording of this presentation is being made, and we will post it on our campus website and Seesaw campus announcements, along with the scripts in both English and Spanish. All right, so as in the September town hall, the information I share today is centered around our 5 guiding principles of our district's Safe Start plan. They are: number 1, providing our families with accurate and timely information; 2, the health and safety of our students and faculty; 3, resources to ensure the continuity, mental health, and well-being of our students and staff; 4, the high quality instruction; and 5, the education equity for all our scholars. Again, if you have any questions as we go through the information, please type them in the chat feature and we will respond to your questions as quickly as possible. So at Stafford, it is our mission to provide an exceptional learning experience that engages, empowers, and prepares students to complete and reach their highest potential in an ever-changing world. Our vision is for every child, success in life. Edgewood proud. So this afternoon, I want to share some information regarding our anticipated October 12th transition to in-person learning for students based on parent choice. We'll also reinforce the safety protocols that the campus has in place to ensure a safe learning environment for our students. We'll discuss the plans if a student or staff member tests positive for COVID. And then finally, we'll remind you of the resources that are available to our students and families to promote their social and emotional well-being. So starting first with our guiding principle number 1, it's accurate and timely information. Over the next few minutes, I will share with you attendance rates and highlight examples of great work from our students and teachers. So our attendance rate for the first 8 weeks in the school year was currently sitting at 93.8%. Please, parents, encourage your child to attend every class every day. It is so incredibly important that our students are actively engaged in their learning, and we need your support to make sure that they do not fall behind. As a campus, we have given teachers extra planning time to ensure your child is receiving the best instruction. Teachers have been diligently preparing lessons, taking into account grade level standards and skills needed for students to be successful. During the synchronous sessions on Teams, which are also recorded, this allows our teachers to have that interaction with the students and provide immediate feedback. During the asynchronous time on Seesaw, they will have mini lessons as well as an opportunity to show their understanding of what is being learned. Every day counts, ensuring that your student is not only logging in, but is actively engaged in the lesson or task is needed. Our district website has specific training videos for parents on how to use our online platforms. So if you need any information about how to support your child's learning, please let us know and we will get you the information that you need. While all of our teachers and staff are working diligently to prepare and deliver high quality lessons, I would like to give a special recognition to Ms. Alanis as an example of just how hard campus staff are working for our students. Here in this picture, you see Ms. Alanis doing a lesson on telling time and incorporating manipulatives that make learning hands-on. Students were able to actively engage in the activity, whether they were on campus or whether they were remote. You also see in the same manner, our students are also doing exciting things. Here you see Kayla Gutierrez in 4th grade talking with one of our district technology support staff to describe what was going on with her account and the difficulties that she was having. She reached out to us to ensure that she had all the tools needed to be successful in her classroom. Always striving for nothing but her best. That's what makes her being Stafford strong. These are just a couple of examples of what makes our school family so special. Every month, we'll be asking for nominations for Stafford Strong Employee of the Month. Parents, students, or staff can nominate using the nomination form found on the Seesaw campus announcements. Additionally, we will continue to recognize students being caught being Stafford Strong during our morning announcements. We are looking for our students to be safe, respectful, and responsible. So our goal for the grading period, for the second grading period, is to ensure that 100% of our students are actively participating in lessons every day. Thank you again for supporting your child in achieving this important goal. So we'll continue with guiding principle number 1. I want to share some important dates with you. September 25th is the last day for the first grading period for our students, and that was also the last day for parents to turn in the parent commitment form for the second grading period. For any parent who did not complete the parent commitment form by that date, your child has been placed on the remote learning option for the duration of the second 6 weeks, which means that they will continue to work from home using the technology to connect with teachers. On September 28th, we began the second grading period of the year. On October 12th, of which I will discuss more in detail in just a few minutes, this was supposed to be our first day of 100% face-to-face instruction for students whose parents opted for them to come back to school full-time. And finally, October 26th through the 30th is our first intercession week for students who need extra practice or intervention. If your child is selected for this extra week of instruction, your teacher will be letting you know during the middle of October. So we're going to move on to guiding principle number 2, which centers all around health and safety. So I want to reinforce our safety plans and reentry videos that are posted on the school website. I will also share what plans that we have in place if ever one of our students or staff members develops symptoms or test positive for COVID. I'm sharing this information to you to reassure you that safety remains our #1 priority, and share ways we plan to ensure a safe learning environment for our students. So prior to students arriving to campus for the week, we are asking that every parent complete an online survey for their child using the new application called Dr. Owl, which we feel will make it easier for parents to submit responses and for the campus to receive responses. The survey will ask 3 simple questions, and it takes very little time to complete. These questions are: 1, is your child experiencing COVID-related symptoms? 2, have they been tested or are waiting for results? And 3, have they been in close contact with someone who has tested positive within the past 14 days? It is very important that we receive a survey response for each and every one of our students before entering the building Monday of each week. So parents, please help us by completing the survey for your child every week. We will be sending our families information on how to access the app and register your child, especially for those families who choose to send their children to school. So on October 12th, we were scheduled to bring back 100% of our students face-to-face learning. The City of San Antonio COVID school risk indicator is still at the moderate range, and we are following the Metro Health recommendation to not bring back 100% of students face-to-face instruction just yet. So with that, we will continue to promote that, so that we can continue to promote the health and well-being of our students and staff. So we will be keeping our building occupancy at approximately 25%. We will continue with remote learning and begin a hybrid model to ensure that we can service all students in a safe environment. A hybrid model will allow students that have chosen face-to-face instruction or a hybrid instruction for the 2020-2021 school year to be on campus a few days a week while maintaining the remote learning. On October 12th, we are excited to welcome as many of our students back to campus for in-person learning. The students joining us on that day are those parents who have indicated that they prefer their child to physically attend school instead of attend physically at school instead of remaining at home in the remote learning environment. So when students arrive on October 12th, the first thing that they will see is screening stations at every entryway of the building. Campus staff will be there to greet them, take their temperature, provide hand sanitizer before ushering them into the building. Students will receive a breakfast bag and go directly to their classroom using the designated hallway, traveling in the same direction while maintaining social distancing so that they are no less than 6 feet apart. Also, you can see on the side, on this next slide, signs have been placed throughout the entryways and hallways and on the floors to remind students to stay safe while keeping 6 feet apart, washing and sanitizing their hands regularly, walking one way to avoid close contact with their peers. Student transitions during the school day have been limited to entry, lunch, some special classes such as PE, and dismissal. When students do move during the day from one location to another, they will do so in a staggered way, avoiding large groups traveling at the same time. And they will also keep that social distancing, which is required. Also, you will see students as they enter in their classroom, they will see signs and floor markings that show them the direction to walk. Students will eat breakfast in their classrooms before getting the day started with their WINS class. As a reminder, parents, please make sure your child brings their fully charged technology device to school every day so that they can engage in learning activities along with their remote learning peers. Throughout the day, we have specific times for hand washing and restroom breaks. You'll also see that for lunch, students have been escorted to the cafeteria. Students will be escorted to the cafeteria to pick up their meal and will eat in the cafeteria, maintaining social distancing at all times. We do recommend that you send a pencil holder bag or a Ziploc bag or some small container for students to store their mask when they are not using it during lunch. Parents, thank you for reinforcing how important it is for your child to follow our campus safety procedures. Our entire staff is paying careful detail to safe practices to ensure that your child is healthy and safe, but we cannot do it alone. It takes a full partnership between our students, families, and school personnel to make this work. If you have not seen them, please take some time to view our school safety reentry plan and our campus one-pager that we have located on our campus website, as well as you'll see in our campus, our Seesaw campus announcements. You'll also find the reentry video that details some of what I have shared with you today on how we will ensure safety, health and safety of all our face-to-face learners. This video provides information on everything from entry points for each grade level to signs around the campus that we will use to ensure social distancing, check-in stations for each staff member and student, as well as a variety of other helpful information meant to inform our community. I'd like to share this 1-minute video that you can find on our district website. We constantly remind our students about healthy practices, and these are some of the methods that we have used to help make those reminders.
Hi, my name is Alessandra, a 3rd grader at Los Palmas Elementary. I know many of you are excited to return to school to see your friends and teachers, but before you do, it's important to know how to wear your face mask properly. Don't put your mask on your head. Make sure you cover your nose. Don't put it under your chin. and don't put it over your eyes. Let's stay safe. Make sure you wear your mask over your mouth and nose and it's snug in place. After school or during lunch, if you need to remove your mask, it's important to do it safely. Try not to touch the front of your mask. Remove it with both hands and put it away in a bag or box. And as always, make sure you wash your hands or put hand sanitizer after. Hi, my name is Alessandra, a third grader.
Other safety measures the campus is taking include using personal protective equipment, or PPE you may hear, by every staff member and student. Disinfectant spray and paper towels in every classroom. We also have hand sanitizer stations throughout the campus, as well as in each classroom, and then a regular deep cleaning by our custodial staff. When we put safety as the #1 priority, it allows our students to focus on their #1 priority, and that's learning. So we're going to move to guiding principle number 3, which focuses on the continuity, mental health, and well-being. This period of remote learning can be particularly stressful for families, and I know that our teachers and staff also feel unique pressures that have come with remote instruction and the extra emphasis on health and safety, so that is critical. I would like to take this opportunity to remind you of the resources that are in place to assist with the mental health and well-being of our students and families. So our counselors and social workers continue to work together to reach out to students and families that may have a unique challenge and get them connected to school and community resources. These services include academic supports and social emotional supports and may involve individual and group counseling, behavior intervention supports, home visits, attendance initiatives, family crisis response, homelessness, school-age parenting, and resources for parents, mental and physical health care services. Utilities and shelter are just a few that we can name. As a reminder to our families, Edgewood ISD community resource officers assist families in a variety of ways, including with food distribution, assistance with clothing and household appliances, mental health and hygiene, and in connecting families with nonprofit organizations for more urgent needs such as rental assistance and/or shelter. Their services are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and may be reached at any time at 210-444-4558. We're going to move on to our guiding principle number 4, which is high quality instruction. To ensure that each of our students receives high quality instruction, at Stafford, we have put in place specific plans to respond to our students or staff members that become ill during the day or may have been exposed to COVID. For the next few minutes, I will share with you plans so that you know exactly what actions the school will take. So for every student and staff member, they will be screened prior to entering the campus every day. However, if a student develops symptoms during the day, the student will be sent to the nurse for evaluation and placed in the holding room to separate him or her from other students until a parent can come and pick up the student. We ask that the parent or guardian take the student to the family physician who will determine if a COVID-19 test is needed. Alternatively, a parent or guardian should take the student to a free COVID-19 testing location. If the student does not test positive for COVID, the school will send out if a student does test positive for COVID, the school will send out a notification to parents to let them know that we have had a positive result and inform you of the steps that we have taken to keep all our students safe. We are also obligated to report the positive test to Texas Education Agency, or TEA, so that they can track school-related cases. Of course, I want to ensure all parents that the notification will never include the name of the student, as we will always protect the privacy of our students and staff. All of the areas in the school that were used or accessed by the student will be thoroughly cleaned and sanitized. And finally, the student will stay home and engage in remote learning until they are released to return back to school. Parents, we do also want to let you know and hope that you understand that if a student tests positive for COVID or develops symptoms during the day and has a sibling at the school, we will ask that you bring the siblings home as well. We appreciate you understanding this. Finally, our district has created a safety task force of district level administrators who will visit campuses at unscheduled times to monitor our campus safety procedures and ensure that we are effectively following all of the safety guidelines. In a similar manner, in the event that if one of our staff members tests positive for COVID after being at school, the staff member will immediately be placed off of campus, and the area that the staff member worked on at campus will be thoroughly cleaned and sanitized, and families will be notified. As I shared during our last town hall, high quality instruction works best when there is a partnership between parents and the school. At Stafford, we are committed to strengthening our partnership with parents to ensure that every one of our students have an opportunity to be successful. And we thank you for your active participation in and support of your child's education. Every day during our announcements and throughout the school day, we communicate with our students that here at Stafford, we expect nothing less but the best. This means that every teacher, staff member, student, and parents commits to giving nothing but their best, whether this is by the student turning in only their best work, or the teacher delivering only their best instruction, or the parent doing their best to partner with the teacher. We will pledge to strive for the best because we want the best for our students, which is to graduate all scholars, college, career, or military ready. This school year looks like no year ever. And yet, despite the challenges from this pandemic, I want you to know that we are in it together. We will get through it together. So as we close, I want to emphasize that our district's #1 outcome goal is to graduate all scholars, college, career, and military ready, per their expected date of graduation. This afternoon, I have shared information that is centered around the 5 guiding principles of our district safety start plan. Specifically, providing families with accurately and timely information. 2, the health and safety of our students and faculty. 3, the resources to ensure the continuity, mental health, and well-being of our students and staff. 4, high quality instruction. And 5, the educational equity for all our scholars. We are grateful for the opportunity to serve your child's educational needs. And from myself, Ms. Perez, and all the teachers and staff, we appreciate your continued support and partnership. Again, we thank you for your time today. I hope that you have a wonderful evening, and please remember to contact me if you ever have any questions or concerns. Expect nothing less but the best. Esperas nada menos que lo mejor. We are Stafford Strong.